If you dream of escaping the cubicle and starting a farm, new data says America's farmers are getting wiped out, leaving hollowed out communities that rival the Rust Belt. A few days ago, the USDA reported that the number of farms in America plunged by 140,000 in the past 5 years. That's roughly 2,500 farms going bust every month. They're mostly small farms, so farms earning below 50,000 dropped by almost 10%, while large farms, those earning over $1 million, actually grew by 36%. So what's driving the great extinction? Simple: rising costs, falling revenue, and green mandates. Together, according to the USDA, these are expected to crash farm income this year by another 25%, bringing income for the roughly 2 million farms in America to just over $110 billion. That's $55,000 per farm, not per farmer, per farm. For perspective, that's about 1/5 of revenue at Amazon.com for all the farms in America. Of course, the falling revenue is partly from productivity, better seeds, better machines, and those do reduce costs to consumers. But combined with relentless costs, up $17 billion last year alone, and rampant green mandates, they are driving farmers into the dirt. To give a flavor, the FDA admits that a single proposed rule on sustainability, the so-called produce rule, will cost a typical small farm $13,000 per year. That's 1/5 what they're making now for a single rule. And these rules are nonstop. There are thousands of them covering everything from renewable mandates to cow farts. In fact, Europe's farmers are currently blockading their cities for that very reason. The decline of American farming has been going on for decades, and it's accelerating. Since 1950, the number of farms in America have dropped by nearly 4 million, so that's about 2/3, while the number of acres under cultivation dropped by 1/4, an area roughly the size of the state of Texas. This has driven an exodus of population from farming areas, mirroring the Rust Belt collapse, also driven by government harassment of domestic producers. Together, they've depopulated great swaths of America, leaving abandoned main streets and empty town squares that used to be full of people on Sunday. Of course, these regulations and taxes don't only hit farms and manufacturers, they hit everybody from family restaurants to corner stores, leaving many of these depopulated towns essentially a crossroads with nothing but a gas station, a McDonald's, and a Walmart. Chain stores big enough to digest regulations that would bankrupt a family business. In fact, they often lobby for those regulations for that very reason. To give a sense, a recent study by the National Association of Manufacturers estimated that federal regulations alone cost large manufacturers, those with more than 100 workers, an average of $25,000 per employee, which is roughly half their salary. But those cost small companies, those with fewer than 50 workers, more than double that at $50,000 per employee. So the family business simply cannot compete with the chains because of the regulations alone. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. The solution is as easy in farming as it is in manufacturing. Get rid of the mandates, the regulations, and the taxes on especially small business. Government has become a predator on the small businesses of America, and so long as that continues, they will keep hollowing out entire regions of the country from the Rust Belt to the Corn Belt. Read the rest of the article, charts and all, at profsainange.com. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.